Hi guys, T. Davis Cole here with Wealthy Mindset Audios, where the focus is to develop your entrepreneurial mind and to help you build stable businesses online. Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about the power of listening. Alright guys, this could be the missing half of communication in your internet business and in your everyday relationships. All right, y'all, let's get into it. The power of listening. Loosen up, get you a pen, a piece of paper, or your note-taking device so that you can take your notes online and just have you some coffee or something and enjoy this audio. Loosen up, get up, stretch, dance a little, and let's get into it. So if a tree falls in the forest, but there's no one around to hear it fall, does it still make a sound? Did you know that we spend 60% of our communication time listening, but we only retain 25% of what we hear? I mean, we have 2 ears to hear and 1 mouth to talk, meaning we should be listening twice as much as we're talking, but we're talking more instead. We spend more time thinking about what we agree or disagree with, or where to interject our opinions about what someone else is saying, than actually listening to what they are saying. So listening is the missing half to most communication that takes place today. Okay, so that makes it very hard to negotiate deals in business and in life, because negotiation is the heart of influence. And you need influence to build relationships for a successful business. You've got to plug into the power of effective listening, because it's the golden key to the door that opens relationships. When you listen to the needs of others, you understand their point of view, which aids you in developing the rapport and influence for them to truly listen to you. However, culture, language, values, beliefs, attitudes, expectations, and intentions takes you from all the sound around you down to what you actually pay attention to. That causes you to tune out the main things you need to hear. But by not listening, you miss out on more than the words that people say, but the meaning behind the words that they say. When you deliberately listen, you increase your understanding and build a more stable business while living a more productive life. Jerry Clark said, empowering conversations without deliberate integration is a key to massive frustration. So the problem that blocks many of you from listening effectively is that your mind is already overwhelmed and packed with too much information. Your mentality and emotions are full of unresolved issues and pent up emotions that you haven't dealt with yet. And that makes it very hard to listen effectively to someone else who's come to pile even more information into your already overloaded psyche. Trust me, I know. Right? So the inability to listen really breaks down relationships, destroys trust, and causes unnecessary and costly disputes. However, if you like to improve your listening skills so that you can press past the barriers that prohibit you from hearing, so that you can build rapport and create lasting relationships and even become a master at negotiating, then listen up, because here's 4 ways to increase your listening skills and so much more. So, number 1, find time to be quiet each day. When you spend a few minutes in silence daily, will you give yourself the opportunity to listen to your inward self first and address any unresolved issues that you personally have, so that you can be emotionally and psychologically available, right, to listen to others? All right, so number 2, avoid conversation pop-ups as much as possible. All right, so using your own discretion, try to avoid individuals from engaging you into long, complicated conversations that you have not prepared for. Even if it's a friend or a loved one, simply say, I can tell this is really bothering you and it's something that you really need to talk about. And because I want to give you my undivided attention, let's speak later around 6:30 so I can focus on listening to your needs. Setting appointments for conversations helps you to better prepare emotionally and psychologically to listen effectively. All right, conversation appointments also helps you in your business because it lets your customers know the time that you will actually be available to listen to them. And when they know the time frame that you're going to be available up front, well, it helps set the pace for the conversation in advance, because they know they have your undivided attention for a specific amount of time. All right, number 3, be careful to tune into the mundane sounds around you. Right, you hear the cars passing by if you live in the city or near the city. All right, the birds chirping if you take a walk in nature, the river flowing if you're out on a kayak, and the rain falling on a stormy night. So listening more effectively to the many sounds around you will help you overcome the tuning out syndrome. All right, and the tuning out syndrome is simply learning to weed out all of the information around you. And so it actually affects your relationships, because now you start to tune out even those who are talking to you. All right, but when you pay attention to the mundane sounds around you, it will cause you to be more sensitive to listening to what's being said to you. All right, number 4, you can follow the 4 steps of RASA, RASA. And this method I learned this method by Julian Treasure. Okay, and when you listen to someone else speak, you will receive what someone else is saying because you're paying attention. Okay, you receive it when you just consciously pay attention. All right, and the A, which is appreciate the message that's being received by the other person by making small noises such as yeah, okay, all right. And then the S, which is summarize what's being said to you so that you can be clear. The way you've interpreted the message is the way the speaker meant to convey the message. Okay, and you can summarize by asking questions such as, so what you're saying is, oh, what I'm getting is, all right, and that leads you right into the A, which is to ask some questions once the person has finished speaking to assure them that you were in fact listening, and to add some additional clarity before responding. All right, so you have your RASA, which was receive, appreciate, summarize, and ask. Okay, so you're building a virtual business which can only reach its full potential by providing products and services that solves the problems of others. And listening is a key component to discovering what the needs of your target market are so that you can provide them with what they need. So when you listen to your prospects, your clients, and even those around you, well, you're seeing the world through their perspective, and you're laying the foundation for talking, because you're listening your way into what you're going to say. All right, so this has been another Wealthy Mindset audio. If you want to change your life, you have to speak directly to that victim inside of you and tell that victim to get out of there. And say, that's not me. That will never be me. I'm not a victim. I'm a powerful human being who has opportunities, who has tools, who has the ability to change my story.